back to another TempTech video. Today we're going to be checking out 5 incredible and shocking new scientific discoveries. The search for habitable planets. Our solar system has only one habitable planet, and that is Earth. A new study shows other stars could have as many as 7 Earth-like planets in the absence of a gas giant like Jupiter. These findings are in light of a study published by Stephen Kane and his team, where they created a model system in which they simulated planets of various sizes orbiting their stars. An algorithm accounted for the gravitational forces and helped test how planets interacted with each other over millions of years. They found it possible for some stars to support as many as 7 Earth-like planets, and that a star like our Sun could potentially support 6 planets with liquid water. If this is the case, then why does our solar system only have one habitable planet if it is capable of supporting 6? Well, Kane outlines that Jupiter is the likely suspect for limiting our solar system's habitability. Being 2.5 times the mass of all the planets in our solar system, the gas giant has the capability to alter the orbits of other planets quite significantly. Another interesting finding of the study was the star Beta CVN, which is relatively close to our solar system, being only 27 light years away. Because it doesn't have a Jupiter-like planet, it is being included as one of the stars being checked for multiple habitable zone planets. Projects like these offer more than just new avenues in the search for life in outer space. They also offer scientists insight into the forces that might change life on our own planet one day. A nosy virus. Scientists at the Johns Hopkins Medicine, experimenting with a small number of human cell samples, report that the hook of the cells used by the SARS-CoV-2 virus to latch onto and infect cells is up to 700 times more prevalent in the olfactory supporting cells lining the inside of the upper part of the nose than in the lining of the cells of the rest of the nose and the windpipe that leads to the lungs. These supporting cells are necessary for the function and development of odor-sensing cells. The findings from a preliminary study of the cell lining, both from the nostril and the trachea, could advance the search for the best target for topical or local antiviral drugs to treat COVID-19, and offers further clues into why people with the virus sometimes lose their sense of smell. The researchers plan to advance this research by investigating COVID-19 infected tissues from the noses of humans to confirm if the SARS-CoV-2 virus does indeed target support cells in the nose. Increasing the field of view. A lens that is 1,000 times thinner than a human hair has been developed in Brazil by researchers at the University of Sao Paulo's School of Engineering. It can serve as a camera lens in smartphones or can be used in other devices that depend on sensors. The lens consists of a single nanometric layer of silicon on arrays of nanoposts that interact with light. The structure is printed by photolithography, a well-known technique used to fabricate transistors. This kind of lens is known as a meta-lens. Meta-lenses were first developed 10 years ago to achieve the highest resolution that is physically feasible, using an ultra-thin array of tiny waveguides called a metasurface that bends light as it passes through the lens. This lens has an arbitrary field of view, which can ideally reach 180 degrees without image distortion. So far the lens has only been successful photographing green light, but will be upgraded in the coming months so that all colours are feasible. Artificial photosynthesis. Researchers have developed a standalone device that converts sunlight, carbon dioxide and water into a carbon-neutral fuel, without requiring any additional components or electricity. The device, developed by a team from the University of Cambridge, is a significant step forward into achieving artificial photosynthesis, a process mimicking the ability of plants to convert sunlight into energy. It It is based on an advanced photosheet technology and converts sunlight, carbon dioxide and water into formic acid, a storable fuel that can either be used directly or be converted into hydrogen. Harvesting solar energy to convert carbon dioxide into fuel is a promising way to reduce carbon emissions and a transition away from fossil fuels. The test unit is 20 square centimeters in size, but the researchers say that it could be relatively straightforward to scale up to several square meters. Climate change on our oceans. More than 50% of the world's oceans could already be affected by climate change, with this figure rising as high as 80% over the coming decades, a new study has shown. Scientists use climate models and observations in deeper areas of the ocean worldwide to calculate for the first time the point at which changes to temperatures and salt levels would overpower natural variations. The study, published in the Nature Climate Change Journal, estimates that 20 to 55% of the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans now have noticeably different temperatures and salt levels. This will rise to 40 to 60% by the middle of the century and to 55 to 80% by 2080. Scientists argue that improved ocean observation and greater investment into ocean modeling is necessary to monitor the extent of the impact of climate change on the world's oceans and to predict more accurately the wider effect that this could have on the planet. And that's it for today's video, everyone. Please remember to like, subscribe, check out our online store and our socials, and we will see you in the next one.